Okay, just setting up. One sec, guys. Let's see if this live is loading. Okay, so this is a little last minute. Just jumped on just to go live, guys, because I was like, last night I thought I saw the full moon out there near enough, and I was like, wow, it's super bright. And I was like, oh my god, is it that time already? Because when I last came on to connect with you guys, it was, I think it was around the new moon solar eclipse. So the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces will be happening, I believe, Friday. Maybe it may vary just slightly depending on where you are in the world. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, like it's here. No wonder things have been feeling crazy, things are intense. Yeah, things might just be feeling like a lot. So it was just a reminder with that, basically, guys, that that is literally coming up in a couple of days. So if you're lucky enough to get a glimpse of it, spend some time out under it, but also if things in your life are feeling absolutely insane, that is why we're in the middle of this like peak eclipse time. So it's a lot. Hold on, let me, yeah, okay, I can't see any messages on there, but yeah. Yeah, so it's crazy. So this live basically is just going through a little bit of energy update on that, some astrology insights, some numerology insights. Obviously, if anyone is on the live and you want to share any insights or you have any questions around this eclipse energy, spiritual questions, whatnot, you can drop them in chat. I do have some of my cards out, so if someone does want a mini reading or anything, read the description, the bit in the description that will explain about that. Obviously, to protect my energy, they're just been done on an energy exchange basis. So yeah, drum roll, it's intense. So if you look at what was happening in your life, kind of building up to the last new moon, fast forward to now, eclipses bring in a lot of revelation, a lot of insights, like intensity. So maybe things that were moving at a slower pace before have suddenly sped up. Maybe things have been revealed to you. Maybe there's like a lot going on in your life. But one of the key messages I feel like I have to share with you guys is really pay attention to your dreams. Like, we've forever been downloaded with like so much information in the dream realm, in our dreams, but also you need to pay attention. Like, if the universe is showing you, for example, that a relationship is ending, or it's showing you someone's true colors, you have to pay attention, because it's trying to shift your timeline. It's trying to remove certain people, maybe certain energies, certain, it could even be a job, it could be, do you know what I mean, a family member, things like that. It could be trying to remove people out of your life for your highest vibrational good, but it's really easy to like try and resist that. So if you've been kind of shocked maybe by someone's behavior or a situation over the last couple of weeks, even the last month or two, pay attention to that, because that was like a wake-up call. And I think I listed this in the video title about wake-up calls, because this lunar eclipse followed by the solar one is a huge spiritual wake-up call time. So like if you're not listening, literally expect it to be slapped in front of your face, to literally, it's the season of wake-up calls. So hold on, I want to do something on my screen, don't know if it's gonna let me, guys. Okay, right. Anyways, yeah, if anyone is watching, if you drop anything in chat, like let me know. I think it'll pop up on my screen. If not, it's fine. But yeah, so really pay attention, because I hear it off a lot of people, like stuff happens in their life, or like say it could be relationship stuff, family stuff, whatever. And if you don't like believe who people show you they are, okay? Especially at this astrological point, like now is the time to really lift off those rose tinted glasses, like honestly, because yeah, it's being revealed. Like if someone like lets rip at you and tells you exactly what they think of you, believe it. Like don't fall for an apology later on, they literally just showed you that. Which I thought was funny, theming and timing, because Pisces, you also need to look, because the full moon on Friday, this lunar eclipse takes place in the sign of Pisces. You need to pay attention, if you're into your astrology, where that falls in your own chart. I'll give you an example. So with mine, it falls under my 7th house. Okay, so the 7th house in general, in astrology terms, rules things like relationships, partnerships, even business contracts, things like that, adversaries. So expect things maybe to be highlighted, for myself I could say, in that area, or thinking about letting go maybe of old, it could be energy towards old relationships, family stuff, you know, in those areas or regions. Like that's going to be highlighted. It may also have you thinking about the types of partnerships, relationships in your life that you want, or you want to attract, or you want to have. So it's a really interesting time, is all I can say. So yeah, you can easily look up online if you know your date of birth, your birth time, where you were born. You can type that in, and you can have a look on there, and it'll show you what your 7th house is under. So I mean, where Pisces falls, mine just happened to be in the 7th house. So yeah, interesting. But also I will say, with the Pisces energy, like Pisces energy is a water sign, so it's very emotional. So expect this to be an emotional full moon. Like if you're like me and you go to bed crying every night, you'll know what I mean. It's emotional, but also it's that dreamy, watery kind of energy. So like I say, have a dream log, write down your dreams, because like from the last solar eclipse to this lunar eclipse that's happening this week, I've definitely noticed it. Like my dreams have reignited, like they've been leaving an impact on me. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like they've definitely got stronger. So yeah, pay attention to that. Now, in all like eclipse seasons, I've probably said this, but there's always like massive endings can come up. So this one particularly, because it's at the full moon, like something will reach its peak. So potentially something in your life or your relationships is going to reach a peak, and that is a natural ending. So you know, you could view it as like when a fruit grows, a berry grows, and then it's like it's ready, it needs to drop off and be eaten. Okay, it's a process of nature, it happens. Same way in your life, if something has just reached a peak and it's exploding, and the universe is telling you like that's enough now, we're done, you can't, you have to it's really hard to say, but I think you just have to accept it with grace, and yeah, realize like that is maybe the ending of something, as painful and as sad as that can be. But it is going to serve your highest good if something has to end. So yeah, I say that with compassion, and watch out as well for these massive shifts and turning points that are coming, or even chapters that need to be closed. Or yeah, I yeah, there's just like a lot, and I just feel like even people with like I'm gonna say like non-dramatic lives, I just feel like there's got to be stuff that's playing out for you in your life somewhere. It could be something small, it could be something big, but like we are all gonna have to deal with some kind of closure this month. And on note of that, because August is a universal 9 month, we get 8 for August and then 1 for 2026. Add that together is 9. It even amplifies this time and this endings even more because it's like this natural process. So it's really about like closing up on things, or things throughout this year maybe that have been happening or taking place, but this is like now showing a natural kind of transition for things to kind of close, and you know, come together and just end. So it's also even like with your emotions, like your emotional baggage and things that you've been holding on to or that you've been carrying, like now is a really good time to kind of work on like, yeah, acknowledging those things, like whether it be through crying, like breath work, meditation, exercise, energy healing, whatever, to help release some of those things. It's like kind of perfect alignment and timing for it. So where's this gone? So yeah, as I was saying, guys, like it's a lot, it's definitely a lot of intensity. So for those who are more sensitive, really be gentle with yourself at this time. Like if you need to rest more, you know, spend some time in water, because I said Pisces is a water sign. Water can be really helpful, really soothing. It's so funny as I said that, because on my pad of notes, like there's actually a bath there. So it's kind of like, yeah, use this time to like use even just the natural energy of water to cleanse you or just immerse yourself. I often find like laying in a bath, the fact that you can't necessarily distract your mind with stuff, you just have to lay there, be still, be silent, it can be powerful, but it can also be really disturbing, because if you're like me and you suffer with like flashbacks as well, traumatic memories, like when you stay still, like it's sometimes like the mind, you feel safe in that moment, it can definitely bring on like memories can resurface. And do you know what I mean, like things can come up and resurface, and that can feel a bit disturbing. But just remind yourself that you're safe, okay? Drink plenty of water as well, because I'm feeling it, like you can get extra dehydrated at this time. And another key thing that's going to be really important is having really tight personal boundaries. That's something I've been trying to learn and enforce and practice, is like having really strong boundaries, sticking to them, learning to them, and also just being more aware, I think, and eyes open to like people's toxic behaviors and manipulation, and just been like, no, I'm no longer going to tolerate any of that in my life. So, which can then obviously lead to a very isolated and lonely journey. If you read my Substack account, yeah, I do share a bit more in depth on there. But yeah, things can become real isolated and lonely, but sometimes like that is the price you pay for not accepting toxicity in your life, like not accepting toxic people, not accepting toxic behaviors. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you guys can let me know in chat if any of this is resonating, if you have any of your own insights to share or any questions. Yeah, let me know. And I think I may have already said it, but yeah, expect some secrets to be exposed, or some truths to be exposed. Like There is no way like that's not going to happen, because this astrological point, it's just proven. It's always track record, like stuff always comes to light. So like if you've been doing wrong on somebody or just something, or you know, whatever it is in your life, and like you've been like doing something behind someone's back, you're gonna get exposed basically. Like this is the time, and I'm actually glad, because you know, if you're doing something that harms another person, like you should be exposed. You know what I mean? So yeah, truths will come to light. Like yeah, I just think it's gonna be freaking intense for people. So the reason I share this stuff too is because like, it gives you kind of a heads up. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like if you know a storm is scheduled, you're not gonna wash your clothes and hang them out on the line, are you? You'll wait till the storm passes over. Same way, you're not gonna go do a picnic in the park when you know it's about to be torrential downpour with rain and thunder and lightning. This is an energetic, it's like energetic forecast. Like it gives you kind of a heads up, and then when these things happen or might play out, whether it's in your life or people around you indirectly, you'll be like, okay, we're not all about to lose the plot. Like these things are happening for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like the path is trying to be cleared, the universe is trying to help and align things for your highest good. Do you know what I mean? So it won't come as maybe such a brutal shock in some cases. Hope that is hope that makes sense for you guys. Ooh, that's a bit bright, isn't it? That's called lightning on. I think that's a bit bright though. Yeah, let's take it off. So yeah, there's a lot. Even like this is what I mean about brutal. So like as another example, just because I can't see anything in chat, so I actually don't know if anyone typed in chat or not. So guys, if you did, I don't know where it is. Okay, I have a gratitude page here too. So as much as I say like there will be intensity, I think it's still good that we do try and do some gratitude and practicing, and even if it's just like the odd moment here or there. Like earlier I just got my singing bowl out, I literally just did it so loud, and I just cleansed myself from the space, and instantly I just felt like this little surge of, ooh, that felt good. Like, you know, just these little things can make a huge difference. So yeah, I got this new deck of cards. I might kind of show you guys. It was so funny because like one of the first ones that came out this morning was the Eye of the Newt Witch. This was the bad witch. Okay, this is the not so good side of the cards, and it was like, yeah, it was saying like negative energy been sent towards you, the evil eye, and I was just like, damn. And you know, we kind of underestimate that, but I do talk about it a lot. I've probably spoken about it before with things like, you know, psychic self-defense, energy protection. But yeah, people can be sending like real dangerous energy towards you, and sometimes as well, like with all the collective energy, you can literally sit there and be feeling like, why do you feel so awful? Or do you know what I mean? Like your body could be in pain, like mentally, or you might get headaches. I did have one yesterday actually, and yeah, like you can literally be feeling that like not so good energy been channeled towards you. I even got, look, the thunder and lightning card. That was pretty another brutal one, like illuminating stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm called here, like Coven Witch. I love the artwork on these. They are nice cards. I'll show you who that deck is by, and then obviously I'll pull myself some tarots as you do. Hold on. Yeah, this deck was called the Modern Wiccan Box of Spells, Sweet Spells and Wicked Witchery by Gillian Kemp. I don't know if you guys can see that deck here, but yeah. So it's an interesting deck because I liked it because it's the good witches and the bad witches, which I feel is like symbolic for like, you know, the good energy in life, the bad energy in life, and you know, the light and the dark, so to speak, and that there is a bit of that in everyone. It's natural in life. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got the daytime, the nighttime, the sun and the moon. So yeah, it was interesting to get those insights. But yeah, if you're confused or you're going through stuff, like, it can be a kind of, I would say, like, a good time as well, just to like tune in with your inner self, reconnect to you, your soul, your spirit, even if that just means like laying there listening, writing notes, because then you'll get used to like what you hear. Do you know what I mean? Is it fear? Is it like something coming from your highest good, maybe your spirit team, your higher self? You know, is it worry? Is it anxieties? Is it you? Like, it will help you explore that. I'm just gonna get one of my other decks ready, have a little look at. Let's have a look. Right. This is the Clairvoyant Oracle. I love this deck personally because it was illustrated by one of my favourite artists, Tarn Ellis. So let's just have a look. So yeah, don't be afraid this full moon when it comes down to, you know, how can I say, about what you want to release. Okay, that's super important. Is, yeah, don't worry about that, because then September is a universal 1 month, so 9 plus 1 is 10. 1, that is kind of, I would say, a time to reset, new starts, new beginnings again. You know, plant the seeds as you wish to go forward. Then I feel like that will probably resonate more for people too. So I'm gonna give these a little shuffle. Let's see. Okay, oh, this is a nice message, nice collective message here to share with you guys. Is number 5. It was called Blessings. So, you know, even though this energy can be, as I said, intense and challenging, this is a great sign that blessings are actually coming your way too, and things may become more peaceful for you as well. You know, so maybe, you know, if you want to look at your blessings, it could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be your pets, your loved ones, your neighbors, colleagues, you know, people you live with. Maybe do something like, you know, inviting people for a meal or a dinner or something to celebrate with you, your loved ones, your company. You know, if you have maybe the blessing of a car, offer someone a lift, pick up their shopping. You know, if they're unwell, it's about doing those kind of nice things. Or if you've got a skill that you're blessed with, let's say, maybe you could use that to fix or to help someone with something else. And then you never know, they might have that special skill you need and they help you in return. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the world we've got into at the moment is very like, people just take for what they can take and people don't give so much. So I think it is a reminder for us to reconnect and to give as well. Just like, you know, there's been many a times where I've literally thought to myself, like, do you know what? I'm just going to delete my social media. I'm going to delete the YouTube, like, but then I thought, do you know what? I have hundreds of videos on here and I still want people to be able to benefit from them and for them to help people, because I do believe like they do help people. Like some of the videos that I did, like they reached thousands of views and hundreds of comments. So I thought, do you know what, like this has helped people somewhere along their journey or their path in life. And that was the sole reason I only ever created this channel, was for that reason, was to be able to help other people, to, you know, whether it be share insights, guidance, to help others, you know, with nothing in return, just to do something, you know, good. And it's been nice. Like I've connected with people, helped people, and that's a great feeling to do that. Like that's in my path and I was called to do it. But yeah, it's definitely time for us to think about like how we can share our blessings with others, and then the joy of, you know, seeing and making and feeling that difference too. So, you know, we are entering into that cycle of giving and receiving. So with that though, I will say, never do something good or charitable just because, you know, you think you have to, or you think that'll look good. You know, you have to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and that it does genuinely bring you joy to do it, because otherwise, like, you're just depleting yourself from your energy. And yeah, the same way if people do something and then they're expecting something in return and then they get angry if they don't get it, you know. So yeah, just this is like just that reminder basically to focus on the blessings, I want to say. And with that too is like, yeah, just remembering, guys, is like really, I say it all the time, but just focus on like protecting your energy, because it's like if you say yes to everything or you do everything all the time to like please others, you're never, like, you're just depleting from your own energy. Only do things if you genuinely, do you know what I mean, if you genuinely want to, if you genuinely feel that's the right thing to do, if you know, you genuinely feel like that's gonna make a difference. And just tune in and stop yourself, like before you do something, pause and be like, hold on a minute. Like, don't even pause, you'll often know before you go to do something, like you'll have a first feeling, and that feeling will often tell you like, oh no, I can't even be bothered to go out or do this, like, but then you're like, oh yeah, I'll come along, because you're thinking like what others think. You need to listen to the first feeling you get before you do anything else, okay? Because that first feeling, that's you, that's your higher self knowing like what you should and shouldn't do. So yeah, just to be clear on that, guys. And then this card also just dropped out, so I'm gonna share it with you. This is 19. This is meeting angels. So I feel like for some of you, like this could be a really like really at one kind of time where you may be surrounded, whether you believe in them or not, like your angels, your guides, your spirit team, you know, higher vibrational beings in the spirit realm that are surrounding you, that are helping you, that are orchestrating things. They're actually on your side, they're your team, they're helping you. So like, don't be afraid of that, you know. Like maybe you'll find like that beautiful white feather, maybe you'll get that chill down the side of you. But yeah, light your candles, like literally sit there. It would be beautiful if you get a chance to look up at the full moon, because when the lunar eclipse happens on Friday, it should be a really nice kind of like reddy orangey colour, the moon, so it'll look, do you know what I mean, like more intense than usual. That's why I noticed it, even though it's a couple of nights before. Oh my god, this is so crazy too. Like I'm looking up at my light shade and I'm literally seeing like a cross, literally, and I have not seen that cross in there before, just as we're talking about these angels. So yeah, beautiful little things that you can see and you can connect with there. So yeah, like, you know, maybe you'll be drawn to have a reading at this time. Maybe you need extra clarity, extra help, extra guidance. Maybe you have your own decks of cards and you might pull yourself a couple of cards. Do you know what I mean? Just see how you feel, see what you're drawn to, and trust that. Like if you're drawn to something and you keep being drawn to it, that's your sign. Do you know what I mean? So like I always say, if it's your calling, it will keep calling you. So don't be surprised and don't run from it. So that's a little short and sweet. Because I don't see any chats, I don't know if anyone did write on chat, because it's my second time only using I think going live through the app rather than a different way I went live. So I actually don't know, sorry if anyone did. But yeah, if you watch this back, if it resonates, if you have any questions, whatever, just drop it in comments, guys. And of course, I always appreciate all the support, all the love, all the likes, all the comments, all those that do give a good energy exchange back. It is much appreciated. So, may drop on again at some point soon. But on that note, yeah, hope that little bit of guidance was helpful. Have an amazing day.